Welcome back to the realest channel on YouTube, and I'm here with two of my realest brethrens as well. My phone's about to drop, and yeah, we can't see each other in person. We're not doing a ring walk, so we're having a conversation. Come on.
Oh,
basically, that's how it goes. How you not been though?
Been good, man. Stressing, man.
Stressing? Why are you stressing?
Know why? I'm putting a bit of timber. I'm putting a bit of timber on this belly, mate.
Oh,
Wait,
bro.
listen,
Bro,
you
aren't
ain't the
you
only
going on
one.
runs?
Huh?
You should go on runs.
See, running don't really work for me like that. And like, I think because my body's so used to lifting weights and stuff and doing a certain type of workout, it's like running is just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man,
Like
it's
big
hard,
people
though.
can run a marathon, you know what I'm saying? Like heavy people can run a marathon. So running don't really...
Leon, by any means necessary, gonna clean and press.
I have to. You know, it's the discipline with the snacking, innit? I lost it, but this week, new regime.
I'm gonna wait till May still. I'm gonna wait till May, and then I'm gonna get my thing back.
Get back into it.
I can't shit. But what, JJ? What are you saying?
Bro, like I'm just chilling, bro. Like for me, I'm just going back to being a YouTuber again.
Yeah.
So before, you know, I was moving like country to country, doing all the music stuff and whatnot, sidemen, etc. Now it's just, obviously, I'm just going back to where I started from, just making videos in my room. I mean, that's all anyone else can do. So, I was saying like this climate right now, YouTubers and streamers are, top
Living.
Top of the pack, fam, because like it's like nothing's changed. It's literally like nothing's changed.
That's the thing. We always talk about how people laugh at the the people that use the internet to make their living, and all the people that do the manual labor want to look down on it. But right now, you lot are clearly taking the lead. I say all of us really, because all of us have managed to build a little platform where from our house we can influence the people. Like Leon's day-to-day workout post is becoming in my subconscious.
Yeah.
Now people are saying that,
Yeah.
A lot of people saying that.
No,
like, if I don't do it, then it's like, yo, like why ain't you done it? Or
why didn't you do it? Yeah.
Even if I don't go for a run and say you run your morning and whatnot, people get upset.
Yeah.
People need that to kickstart their thing.
I see you renew it the other day. I see you do it the other day. I thought I ain't seen this in a while, but now you're doing the cycling. You haven't
this week I've been going hard with the cycling.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'll be back on the running. I started getting shin splints a bit, so I had to slow down with the running.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. JJ's a runner though. That's what he does.
I've been doing so much running, man. Bro, I think I've done like almost 130 kilometers this month.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, man.
You're moving like a car.
Moving like an Ethiopian.
Hey, I'm trying to get skinny, man. It's like,
Are you saying the tune dropped yesterday as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Houdini, man, it's doing bits. Obviously, Black Twitter, half and half with it. I can't escape it.
You try to come on the yard man floor. You try to come.
I think it's just like I think I saw a tweet saying, how do we not respect this man? Like he's done so much as a black man, and no one respects him. And people would just go, oh, because I went to a private school, and because I have a majority of white people around me, blah blah this, blah blah that. That's why, no one really fucks with it. Like, if I grew up in the hood, and I was all of this.
People are just jealous that you didn't go through the hood struggle, but the hood struggle's long.
Yeah.
It's not. I wouldn't sign up for it. I wouldn't sign up for it. You know what I mean? Like it's not a nice handshake. It's long.
Yeah.
So you want to have a child? My child hopefully can go private school.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Avoid all that BS, man. Because it is long. Like I guess character-wise it builds you, but I mean it just takes a toll mentally as well going through that. So I don't
know. It's weird because everything has its positive and negative. Obviously, me and Leon would say where we're from. It obviously built our character. It built our character, but then we bump into someone like you. You're different to us, so you teach us things we have no clue about.
Yeah.
When people start talking about backgrounds and why you can't mix with me because you're from here, you know how much you're limiting your mindset.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't make no sense.
It's all about capitalizing with what you have, and then
you gotta learn, innit?
Yeah,
you learn something from everyone.
Literally, that's how it goes. Leon, what you saying, man? When you gonna come and help, man, with the strength and conditioning and that in Vegas?
We need to link up. We need to link up definitely now.
What do you mean we need to link up? no one's linking up with anything. It's long. And the thing is, like, I heard someone say, not someone, I heard like some scientists say this coronavirus thing could just be like a seasonal flu.
Yeah, so possibly.
It's just something that happens every year.
That's what I'm saying. We can just link up.
And at that point, then what's all this lockdown thing for?
It's just hype, isn't it?
They're just trying to follow the scientific evidence and the Spanish flu, basically.
I feel like no one fucking knows what's going on. Everyone's just clueless. Everyone's just like, Trump thinking this might be the way, but then it backfires. Like, oh shit, let's try to do this and let's do that. Bro, it's just all over the place. Everyone just doesn't know what's going on, and eventually people are just gonna be like, oh fuck this, and then just go out, innit?
That's what's happening.
It's beginning.
I've noticed that lately as well. Like more people are discovering that, like
on the roads.
Like let's just link up.
And we know the weather is a huge factor.
Oh, man.
You know, we all live in a country where 99% of the time the weather is just grey, gloomy, rainy.
Bro, as soon as this lockdown happened, the weather changed, switched up, sunny every day, bro. Sunny every day without fail. It's unreal. It's true. Before that, it was dead. The weather was dead. All with rain.
Now,
windy as hell.
That's why you know if everyone was allowed out. I saw in my life, if everyone was allowed out of their house, your song got 2 million streams, it'd be on 4 million streams.
100%. Yeah, people just be playing that, in the sun.
You know, that's what See, like in January and our last year, I think I can't wait for summer,
Oh, man. I'm so excited, man.
Hey, that's how you think you got plans. When you think you've
got plans. Hey, it's different, boy.
I had my whole year, like, set up. And
trust me. I thought, I'm going to jump on some festivals with JJ.
Yeah, man.
No way. I thought JJ was going to get me local summer tune feature.
So much. Nothing happened, bro. Nothing. Bro, literally, like, my whole schedule is empty. Gone, everything. Sad, man.
Since the beginning of the year, it's been shaky. Yeah. Obviously, me and Leon weren't happy beginning of the year. None of us were happy, And then we was like, okay. Then I managed to. Then Kobe, couple days after that, passed away. God bless his soul.
Well, we got the World War III as well. The World War III, the fires.
Oh yeah, the wildfire.
Remember the fires, fam? They were mad.
What happened?
They were mad.
Yeah. We was in LA. I swear we was in LA.
Yeah. When it was all happening, and Kobe, Caroline Flack was a bit mad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like that was a bit of
even got the rip on that recently, innit?
Pop Smoke.
It's been a lot. Man. Yeah.
Hey, listen. Everyone rest in peace, though, for real.
Bro, even Kim Jong-un, bro.
Nah, I don't believe that.
I don't believe that.
No, apparently.
I don't believe that one.
You don't believe it?
No.
Apparently he's dead, fam.
I think he's a Batman.
Reported.
Yeah, man, he's a Batman. I think he's doing a scam.
Why would they fake his death?
Nah, I think he's doing a scam, man.
What, for what? Why?
I'm not a politician. I'm not a politician. I haven't got the answers. But I'm telling you, the way they said reported, he's about somewhere. I think he's working.
You're nuts, man. You're nuts.
Hey. But what obviously the travel ban, let's get into the travel ban situation. So that affects me firsthand, as we all know.
Yeah.
Based out over there, can't go there. I'm basically just stuck. You, JJ, I know you always.
But you can't fight, fam.
No fight.
Yeah, you can't fight at all.
Leon,
you had quite a few fights planned and shit.
I know. That's the thing. It's mad because I had, I'm supposed to have 4 fights a year.
Yeah.
We got the first fight of the year out of the way in February, which leaves a lot of space for the 3 more, 4 more. But it's mad. That's what I'm saying. The fact that I can't travel limits everything that's going on for me. Yeah. Right now, being over there will probably be the best because Floyd's obviously back in the gym more than he's ever been back in the gym.
Yeah.
He's been going through a difficult time out of the ring, but he's in the gym, sparring. He's doing everything in the gym. So this would have been a perfect time to just be around and pick up some tips and stuff. but again, can't travel.
Man.
You travel, you got business, you got music, you got things like that going on.
Yeah.
You know,
literally everything is just.
Yes, mass.
It's dead. Leon just likes to just pop up in a new country.
The what is it? I think 20th of next month. I'm meant to be going to Egypt.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
Yeah, I think that's cancelled. I need to make sure they
you
give
said
me
that actually. You said that from time ago. You said that about Egypt.
I've always wanted to go to Egypt, like since I was a kid.
The pyramids, isn't it?
I booked it now. Look,
Corona said no, fam. Corona said no. What you think this is?
I was supposed to go to the Rolling Loud Festival. That's in 2 weeks. That's cancelled. They said they're postponing it until February 2021. Who wants to go in February?
Yeah, man. It's done out. Literally everything is just done out.
What about your for you, JJ? Like your festival schedule? How that's just been?
There's no festivals. There's no festivals. Yeah. Literally all the festivals. I think I have 5 or 6 festivals that I was gonna do. Like this is the first year that I was gonna do festivals. All gone. It's just. But the thing is, it's like you either just laugh or cry, and I'm just laughing, man. It's just funny, bro. It's funny,
it's funny. It's
how
funny.
life works, like.
It's crazy though, because like before you had the fight with Logan, the last one in November, you said that this year summer you wanted to be doing festivals. So to get booked for 5 or 6 of them, you done your part. You know
I did. I'm just glad that I fought Logan before this coronavirus thing.
Yeah.
Imagine I trained for all of this and then they're like, it's gonna be cancelled.
You'll be depressed.
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
even all the money is what.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. I was gonna say, like,
with a bag.
Stress.
Financial standpoint for everybody, like to keep for fighters. You know, we all in this chat can say we've been paid from fighting. And Leon, what was you saying about? I know kickboxers, they don't get paid that much anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So go on, Lee, go on.
Yeah, with kickboxers as well, especially in the UK, Muay Thai fighters or kickboxers, they got to sell their own tickets as well to get money. And like there's fighters out there, yeah. Like some promoters bump people, yeah. So like a fighter might get like £5 off every ticket they sell. Imagine that.
Man,
that's crazy.
So,
that's what I'm saying. Finished. But then, if your fights are based off you selling tickets and they're gonna do empty venue thing, then what happens?
No. All shows are cancelled.
Yeah.
All shows are cancelled, man.
Bro, unemployment is just gonna reach a ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
Bro, unemployment is gonna rise. There's gonna be a recession. Yeah. There might even be a Great Depression, bro. Yep. Like
definitely this showing
it's gonna be a mad few months, man.
You know what I like though about this year?
Yeah.
See, like materialism. Like I haven't thought, let me go and buy this, let me go and buy that during this time.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Nothing matters, like Gucci, this, that.
It
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
T-shirt.
Yeah, man.
It's true. Like it really simplifies things back down to what matters. You know what I'm saying? For the people that are stuck at home with their family and friends, good. Spend that time. You know what I mean? Spend that time with your people. And there's a lot of distractions. We all can get very distracted away from key things, important things. I don't think I've ever checked up on so many family members.
Yeah. Because
of this time, it's made me double check on people that I normally skip past in my day. You know? So it's kind of a blessing in disguise because you can work on other areas. That's the next thing I was going to say to the man. What do you think about people that say they're bored or they ain't got nothing to do? Like, what do you think for that mindset if you're stuck in this situation?
You got to find things. Think of it, interest things. Like if you want to learn another language or something like that, or learn a new skill, there's time. Like there is time. Like what's happened now is that usually before Corona, we was moving at 100 miles per hour. Everyone was in a rush.
Yeah.
So now the wheels are off. Everything's slow now. You've got time to look left and right to do bits and bobs.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta find things that you're interested in and just work on that and work on bettering yourself.
Yeah, I don't think you can be bored, man. Like, you could always work out, go on runs, do home workouts. Like, that'll take up a bit of time. And then you could just learn new skills. Yeah,
Yeah.
learn new
You
skills.
want to
Try
read,
new things. Like,
you want to learn a language, learn a language.
if you want to
That's it.
You want to build a YouTube channel, build one, innit?
build YouTube, yeah, do TikTok. If you want to do that,
That's the thing. That is literally what I was thinking of it. Because I'm thinking, all right, people, we're very quick as humans to go to what we know, innit? Because we're all creatures of habit. We're all creatures of habit. So it goes to me and Leon's instinct, go to the gym. Yeah. JJ's instinct, I'm going to go for a run and then I'm going to go to the studio. I'm going to record something. And then now, remember Leon that year when, I think it was like 2 years ago, Chris, when Gym Box was closed.
Yeah.
And me and Leon was backed. We didn't know what to do.
That was long.
We was lost.
It was like
we was
3
like,
days or 2 days, something like that.
Yeah, the gym was closed for 2 days, and I was like, Lee, I don't even know what to do. Like, I don't. And now this is the same thing, but now it's like expand your mind, innit? Like I'm studying fights that I never would have studied before. I wouldn't have watched. I'm watching certain fighters I would have never watched before. You know, just because I have the time to do it. So you can't fall into the mindset of saying that you're bored. But I don't know, man. It's just crazy times, bro. Like I actually can't believe it most of the time.
It's never happened before. This is the first. We are the first to ever experience something like this ever.
True.
And it's that's why I feel like no one really knows what to do. There isn't like you can't check back and go, oh, okay, this is what they did back then. Let's follow that. It's literally we have to just go off on a whim and just see what we think will work or what we predict will work. But we don't know. We don't know.
No, man. It's peak. And what I was thinking the other day, imagine all of this happened in a day and age where we don't have the internet access that we have now.
Bro. No, but like I just bro. I think it'd be mad. I think
like what would everyone do?
It'd be mad.
I think people do a lot of mad things. Like I wouldn't be surprised, man. After all of this, crime just shoots up. Like
that was my next question. That's mad. That was literally my next question.
Yeah, because bro, small businesses, they're done out right now, fam.
Done.
Like if you had like a small restaurant business, where are you getting your money from? Like where you getting paid? Like there's so many businesses that are just gonna go into bankruptcy or just have to close down, and loads of people who aren't gonna be able to afford to look after their families or look after anything, won't be able to get certain houses or won't be able to live in where they want to live, and then you're gonna have to do certain things to get what you need.
Money.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
it's true. Everything has a knock-on effect.
That's it. Yeah.
But you know what it is? When you think about it, imagine like the kids though, like people that are still in school at this time.
I know.
Oh, bro, they know what to do. They know what to do. Like, bro, imagine this is your final year of uni or A levels or GCSEs. You're just lost. You're like, what's this year not count? Like, what's going on?
For all them men that used to only see their girlfriend in school. That's
emotional right now. I remember them days,
They're feeling it right now.
Oh man,
you're feeling it
right now. Nah, the kids, the kids are calm though.
Yeah,
like, I feel like because
they're not.
No, but I feel like the kids will still do what they want to do. If they want to link up with man, they'll link up because they know they ain't gonna get coronavirus because it only affects the elderly and people with health issues.
I think
mainly anyway.
From a schooling standpoint or from a school perspective, it's mad because I remember we used to have 6 weeks holiday in the summer, guaranteed 6 weeks holiday, and probably by the 5th or 6th week, I did miss school. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I did miss school, and I used to look forward to the 6 week holiday more than any time of year. But there comes a point there's too much rest. There's too much fun. There's such things as too much fun, too much rest, too much freedom. Sometimes, you know what? As humans, I feel all of us work better on a regime. We work better when we have. If your regime is waking up and making a YouTube video, it's still a regime. It's still an activity. It's still something that you committed to. If me and Leon back in the day wake up 6 o'clock, go home 7 o'clock at night, sometimes later, that was our regime.
Yeah.
So but we're adults now. We can have the ability to formulate our own regime, like adjusting to our situation. As a kid, say like 10, 11 years old, 12 years old, and then even 15-year-olds, like at that age, you have sense, but you still.
Yo.
Yo, what's it? Alright, man would say too much, they cut him off. The higher powers cut him off, they're like, yeah, no, it's too much, it's too much. I think it's bad.
Are you back?
Man, I don't know what happened still, but basically, what I'm saying, back to the end of what I was saying, is school is definitely the education system, but it also is mental regime. It's a mental thing that allows you to stay in line. Them man are going to be running wild. Like you said, the 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, the college age, them men are going to be up to no good, more majority, because you have free time, too much free time.
Yeah. Because there's only so many times you can play Warzone, man. Like, like, I remember I used to get so gassed to be able to play Call of Duty because, you know, like during the summer, it's just like, oh, I'll play Call of Duty, blah, blah, blah. But it's too much time now. From March, it's now May, fam, and it probably could go on till June, July. Bro, the school might be done for this year until September.
I think it's done.
And then it's like, them like what these kids are gonna do? Like
no,
they're just
see, like kids that their parents are not homeschooling them, wow, they're gonna get left behind. They're getting left behind. The gap's gonna be too big.
Yeah,
the gap's gonna be so big, like educational wise.
And then back to what JJ was saying, like on how it affects the economy. A lot of people in a city, like poverty areas, are not focused on, does my kid know multiplication? How am I going to pay the next bill?
Yeah, how am I going to survive? How is my family going to survive?
Yeah, it's crazy when you deep the actual effects. Like,
it's mad. Like there was a video that I saw. Infographics which just showed like all the industries that are going to be affected, and bro, you just see unemployment just rising and rising and rising and rising, and I'm just there like, this is
true,
a disaster waiting to happen, man, because it's just
even like from a PT standpoint, there's a lot of people that are finished. I know they weren't saving for a rainy day.
Oh man,
finished. I'm deep in it because PTs were finished when the world was normal. Nah, real talk. No, I used to walk around the gym like he's gonna have to leave. Yeah. And now, imagine you don't have oh my god, imagine.
Yeah. No. They gotta pay their rent for their house and this, that.
Imagine you gotta pay the rent for the gym. More so,
people that like don't have family in this country, that they came to work from another country and stuff. They've got no support system or like this. Yeah, man.
Why do people gotta be eating bats, man? Why people gotta be eating bats, man?
Taste buds get experimental.
Nah, just
people just allow it, man.
Don't touch animals that ain't meant to be touched. I don't know.
I should just go over there and open up a jerk chicken shop or something.
They won't touch that. They won't touch that, innit?
Nah, they might be like, oh, what's this? It's different.
Nah, man, they definitely had the experience of trying that, man. Then they said, this ain't for us.
We want wet markets. Give me them bats. Give me them other random things. Oh, bro.
So, besides the virus, let's get some positive news out. Obviously, JJ, you're expecting the album to drop soon.
Yeah.
I know what's going on right now will affect the album. But is it still gonna drop when it's supposed to drop?
Yeah. I'm just like, we still might as well go forward. Like, I know so many are like, we might not drop, stopping themselves from dropping and waiting until this all dies over. But I'm just like, if anything, this is my opportunity, and this is like where I thrive. This type of realm where, I'm indoors. I've got everything ready. I've got everything set. I've got all the music videos recorded. I've got all the songs done. I'm like, everything is ready. So what's the point of holding it? We might as well go full steam ahead.
How many tracks you got on the album?
So 12, and then 16 on the deluxe.
Okay. Full length things. Full
That's
length.
it. Yeah, man. So I'm ready. I'm ready to drop.
Yeah.
I'm listening to my album almost every day, and you know, it always gasses me. And yeah, it's crazy. Like, because there's so many, like, there's so many variations, not variations, so many different types of songs.
So sounds, yeah. I noticed that. I noticed that. Yeah.
That people like different things.
No, you got to cater for different people, innit?
Yeah, it's not like there's one song that everyone loves. Certain people like Domain. Some people like this Bad Little Vibe track. Some people like No Cap. Some people like, you know, etc. The Millions. The person.
I think you made it versatile enough
Yeah.
for people to pick at least 2 or 3 songs on the album. They can say, "These are mine. This is for me."
Yeah.
You know,
and I think it makes sense because of how I am, and you know, my audience. I've got audiences everywhere. From, the music, boxing, YouTube. You know, Simon, etc. Like, I have to be able to cater to as many people as possible. And because I just like doing different things, I hate doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah, it just made sense.
What song would you say is your, like, I can't wait for this one? Like, everyone needs to hear it.
Domain.
Okay.
Because I think that's because it's a YouTube track. I feel like YouTube will love that. YouTube will be like, oh wait, what? This is mad. But like commercial, I think Houdini. I think Houdini is probably one. Houdini or Bad Little Vibe.
Bad Little Vibe, yeah. I think Houdini's just gonna do bits because it's got it's present sound.
Yeah.
It's present sound, you know. It's and the
belong to. So check.
Yeah. Like even TikTok would like probably jump on that.
That's how songs are banging these days.
Yeah, fully, man. Yeah. Fully.
And then you see how quick Drake's brain works. Let me make a song quick.
quick song. Cards and that sorted.
But no, that's good though to hear that the music is going how you want it to go, because we know that was the plan after the fight. Anyway.
Yeah.
And to see you heading in that direction is obviously key. But also to see the growth from the last album to this album.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
That's scary because it went from I remember you saying to me, bro, basically how I'm acting now, but I remember you saying to me, bro, I got the JME verse ready. I got the song ready. Yeah. And then a year later, man telling me I got the Offset ready. I got this ready. And I'm like, this is mad.
Wait, you just let everyone know like it was
I had to still.
Wait, no. You better fucking blink that, fam.
But it's blessed. Lee, what are you saying, man? What's coming up for you, man?
Me?
What you been planning? Because I know you was doing a lot of business investments. You was doing
I've been doing a lot of business stuff, like other than like training and stuff and like the fitness world. There's got a few things happening there. I need to buy more land abroad. That's my next step. Buy more land in Jamaica and St. Lucia. You know, I'm trying to find some. Well, I've got someone already, but I wanna learn more about Africa, like in terms of like building a business over there and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's what I want to do.
Well, I imagine things should be cheaper now, especially now.
Yeah, but you know, in certain countries, you got to know certain people in it, because you don't want to get bumped and stuff. There's a lot of. It's not as straightforward.
Yeah. And a lot of people think automatically when you're from the UK you have money. It's like you got money to just burn. So when you call a foreign country, they think opportunity. Like, so that's good though. I need to start investing in some stuff myself, man, because I'm lacking on that part of things. But
yeah, like stocks and shares, I've been going hard like this year, and I've got a good few things.
But you got a degree. You got a degree in all this stuff.
No, I got a degree in criminology.
Oh yeah. So Leon's a versatile man, you know. He's versatile still.
Wait, so is Leon a Fed?
Alright, shut up.
Oh my days, detective.
Is he enough?
No.
Ever. People know me, man. DCO, man.
Never. He said, nah, I got it. Let me just come.
Do the research, man.
No, obviously for me, I was thinking more about fights and boosting my record, but that ain't gonna happen. So back to YouTube for me. Writing.
You're probably the only boxer that can say that.
I know the way I could like it's listen, it's a safe haven. It's a safe haven. I can't lie because it keeps me occupied, and I know obviously it brings in revenue as well. So as a fighter who I don't have to rely on fights to make money, and that is number one difference between me and a lot of other fighters. If you haven't got the sponsors and you haven't got anything else that brings in income, you have to go and get a day job. Like imagine catching me in Tesco scanning your food.
Oh, mad.
Like, broad daylight.
It would be mad. Oh, mate, you'd be all over Twitter.
I'll be a meme.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it would be mad.
That's what saves me. But I've just been writing new music as well. Obviously, I like to try to think I can rap and that. So.
I know you got the Jamie thing.
Yeah, that's not leaked because I already obviously told everyone. So.
Yeah, you told everyone.
But yeah, I'm gassed about that because I don't even know, 'cause I want to do a video. We want to do a video for it.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
So I'm trying to wait until we can do the video and then I can start looking at when to drop it. But the thing that I was most happy about is he wrote the verse for me. It wasn't everyone has a verse in their phone they can pick up and just But I can tell by the way he rapped on the beat and the beginning of the verse, obviously he's saying my name and I'm like, okay, so you heard it and you said, nah, I'm gonna put my pen down. So that is where I have to give JME his credit, man. He didn't
too sick, man.
Yeah, he didn't move lazy with it. And yeah, I'm gassed about that. I'm gassed for living sports free. It's always living sports.
Yeah, I know.
You're bored of it already.
No. I just hope it's not like a Fast and Furious where we get like 10 of them.
Hey, Leo,
Living Sports 18.
It's successful.
It's still on the road.
That's what matters. And then hold on, I wanted to tell the man one final topic. Like sports overall, so not just boxing. We're gonna just touch on sports overall quickly. So let's start off with the Olympics being postponed. I wanna start with Lee. Like we know the Olympics is one of those events that you that's when your knowledge, like you really start to watch multiple sports. We all have our selective field, but we wait till the summer to see a little bit of track, see a little bit of judo, taekwondo. How do you feel that's going to be missing this year?
I feel sorry for the athletes that have been looking forward to it, or been preparing for it for like years. But it's not just like, oh, I'm going to the Olympics next year, like unless you're like phenomenon. But yeah, a lot of people have been like,
for time.
Going to the Olympics, like wanting to go into this Olympics. Remember? So yeah, I feel sorry for them people. But if it comes back next year, they've got to do what you got to do, innit? It's got to be professional at the end of the day.
Like, how would they train right now?
Yeah, you've got to do your own training, isn't it?
It's peak. It's peak.
Yeah.
If I didn't turn pro, if everything didn't happen with me, I was going for this Olympics. This was the Olympics that I was trying to go to.
Yeah.
I set my mind on it from a kid. Me and my dad was like, you're gonna have to go 2020. You'll be 23 and you can turn pro straight after that. That was my plan. Only after meeting you, JJ, things started to go a different route.
Yeah.
But that would have been my childhood dream just moved just like that.
Yeah.
But and what are you saying, Jay? I know the Olympics, everyone watches the Olympics. How are you feeling that it's gonna be?
Yeah, it sucks, man. Bro, like I was ready to go to Japan this year. I was ready to
you talking about watching it live. I was talking about TV.
Oh, bro, yeah, I was gonna go. Yeah, bro, this would be the first Olympics I've ever seen. I was ready, bro. I literally this year was gonna be so jam packed, and I was ready for it. And the thing is, like next year's gonna be mad. Next year's gonna be mad, bro. There's gonna be no space to do, and like
I can imagine.
There's just gonna be no space. It's just gonna be, shows of the Olympics, and then you've got the Euros. You've got all of these things just getting lined up, trying to get booked in for 2021.
The Euros as well.
Euros as well, yeah, man. It's gonna be nuts. Bro, the league hasn't even finished.
That's one thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the maddest thing about it. That's why football, especially football in Europe, is the biggest. And a lot of the guys that are our friends, they make FIFA videos And right now, I just realized their content is gonna dry out.
Yeah, man. Bro, there's so many footballers that just...
They can't do team of the season, end of the like all of those little Euro Ultimate Team. All those things are just like that. Just put to an end. It's peak.
Yeah.
And do you think? We'll start with JJ this time. Do you think it's gonna have an everlasting effect on sport, or do you think it's just gonna be a temporary thing?
I'd say it'll definitely have an everlasting effect. Like, this might be the end of the handshakes. This might be that, like at the beginning of matches.
Yeah.
There probably won't be a handshake. Yeah. Like, this might be the death of handshakes in general. I think people are gonna be very conscious or wary, or to even go out and just, be happy to like embrace someone. Everyone's just gonna be a bit weird, man. I feel.
But I think even after this year, imagine you're just walking down the road and someone coughs, you might think, "Yo."
Yeah. Whoa. It's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad. Yeah. But people get beat up if you cough near them. People might beat you up for it.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, the fuck you trying to do? And just man, it's mad.
I think it will. I think it will have an everlasting effect. I think the way they structure stadiums, the way they structure arenas, and the amount of people they let through a door at a time. Yeah. When we're going to a football match and a boxing match, people just squeeze it up against each other and shuffle in. Yeah. All of that's going to stop. They're going to say 20 people, you wait there. 20 people, you wait there. I feel like they're really going to clamp down on the audience as well. You brought up a fact I didn't think about, like handshakes before games and stuff like that. I didn't even think about that. But I knew definitely from an audience standpoint and maybe from a architectural standpoint, for people that know this happen, when they're building, they might build the seats a little bit further apart and stuff like that. I don't know. That might be a thing.
I mean, I think it'd be very hard to do that, especially when there's so many stadiums already. I think it's just going to take a while before there's any like event with a lot of people in it. It's just going to take a while. And you just know everyone's just waiting for the first one. And there's going to be a lot of pressure on the first event that has a lot of people.
Yes.
It's going to get a lot of scrutiny. It's going to get a lot of people, giving it a lot of backlash and all this and that. As long as that first event firms it and everything's cool, then we move. But I don't know. With this whole virus, man, I don't know. I feel like it's something that, especially if it's something that is like the flu, that it just comes out every year, bro.
It's gonna be peak,
bro. It's game over, man. Then what do we do? We can't isolate because then we
the vaccine.
If we
vaccine,
that's it. That's what we need. But then some man will be like, "Yo, I ain't taking that."
Hey, Leon's like, no
vaccine. I'm not, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, right, Leon, you say this, we're gonna go quickly off topic, but you say you're not gonna get it, but you know how the world works, bro. They'll say stuff to you like, if you don't get this, then you can't travel to Egypt.
Yeah, 100%. I'll be on the end.
You're gonna have to take that thing. Whoa. I know you've been posting that like Facebook type post saying, how not to get an injection and all that will happen.
You're gonna get the injection. You're gonna have to.
People gonna have to get certain jobs to go to certain places.
Yeah. Like, they're just gonna label people and be like, "Oh yeah, Leon's not vaccinated."
Yeah.
Well,
that's what they'll do. No clients.
Yeah. Just separate.
See, the thing is, if everyone's vaccinated and I'm not, then use it all safe. Why are you worried about me?
No. But then you just get segregated.
Huh?
You just get segregated.
Outcast.
Or if you know what I'm saying?
I get you. It makes sense what you're saying, but it unfortunately won't go that way. But Lee, what are you saying? The everlasting effect of the virus on sports? Do you think there will be one?
For at least 5 to 10 years, yeah. So,
hey, that's a long time,
A long time. It's a long time.
By the 10-year mark, I hope to be retired.
It's a serious matter. Like, think about it now, like Wilder versus Fury. People's looking forward to that.
Well, no, not anymore. Like,
yeah, not no more. Like, people forgot about that.
Yeah, like what? Oh, bro, I don't think that's ever gonna happen, bro.
No.
I don't even know when the next thing's gonna happen. Bro, it's so long, bro. I just want something to happen. I'm bored of just.
Would you scrap Jake with no crowd if your P's was the same?
It's dead, man.
If the P's was the same, would you?
Well, it wouldn't be.
It's true.
It just wouldn't be. It just wouldn't be. They'll be like, we don't have an audience, so we don't have that game.
Pay-per-view, innit?
Huh?
You have to
pay-per-view money.
Oh yeah, pay-per-view.
Well, I don't know.
Would be high.
It would be high, but then I don't know. They might. Obviously, if they say that, then yeah, fine. If it's like high, yeah. But if it's for less, then it just makes no sense.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It does. A lot of fighters are requesting more money. Terence Crawford has recently said to his promoter, "If I fight with no audience, I want more money," because he said, "I fight for the entertainment of the people." He said, "I fight to bounce off the crowd. That's part of why I do the sport."
It's weird though. It's weird.
It's boring, isn't it? Yeah.
It'll be a weird experience. You just go in. There's no crowd. Yeah, it's just.
I think it all depends on the level that you are. Because when I fight, no one's there anyway. So I'll fight regardless. It's the same thing right now. Yeah. It's the same thing for me. Yeah, but then once you have the following that you have and the world champions of the sport, they will feel the burn more. You know, I boxed in MGM Grand, there was like 30 people there. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So I think it really depends on the level that you're at. But it's mad. I know Leon will scrap anyone he don't care about the audience. Leon's just like, if the man's there, then we can fight. Like, that's it.
But yeah. But what do you think about the level of like of skill for athletes at the moment? Do you think it's gonna decline?
Oh, decline, 100%. Because no one can train as
especially if you pay
that they want to train. Like no one can use a gym. There's no gyms. Unless you have an indoor gym.
That's true.
It's true. No, it's gonna decrease. Yeah, it's gonna decrease. I was thinking about it, and I was trying to think about how it wouldn't. But again, I think an important like variable is the sport. Does the sport require another person? Yeah. Because if you play snooker or pool, and you got that in your yard, you can excel. But for us that we're using boxing as our go-to sport, how can I spar? I can't spar.
So what? And then at what point do we get to spar again?
Wait, I don't know about you, boy, but I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. When they say the lockdown is over, then yeah, man's gonna see you use about.
I don't think they'll ever say that. I don't think they're ever gonna say, "All right, lockdown is over. It's back to normal." I don't think
it's true. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
I think it's just gonna be a slow process, and like throughout the whole of the year, man. It's gonna be a slow process. It's gonna be long.
What do you think? What do you think, Lee, about it? Do you think people are gonna get worse?
Yeah, I think there'll be a gap, or the division will be it'll be too spread out wide. It'll be too wide. The league will be up there, then the rest will just be.
Then there'll be, because it depends on the level that you are as well. You know, if me and you have, 4 months out of the ring, it's different. If JJ has 4 months out of the ring, JJ's at that phase where so much flies into his head, so much you can learn just fast, and you 4 months of boxing training for JJ compared to 4 months for me is going to benefit us both, but he's going to learn more.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
He's going to learn more. So it's like, damn, it's just a big damn, really, just
true.
What can you do, man? But we're all living, we're all healthy.
Yeah, that's it, man.
I hope no one's family has been diagnosed with anything. I hope everyone's safe and all that. Man, and then obviously we have, as a as influencers, you have to leave a message for the people at home. That's
I mean, obviously we're all frustrated, we're pissed off, and this is all very long. But we're just sticking in there, innit? We're just, I'm still isolating every day. I go out to exercise, and that's about it. That's all you can do, and you just gotta wait for the government to just make a decision on what we gotta do next. But bro, allow being Boris, fam. Allow being the Prime Minister, man. Allow being anyone doing anything.
Any decisions.
Bro, it's mad. It's mad. Yeah, this is long. This is very long. This is very long. Because no one ever, if you're a politician, you never thought you'd be in a situation like this.
No. Yeah, no way.
This is, bro, you make a decision and millions will be fucked either way.
Bro, Leon, what are you saying? What's your final word on it?
Just, everyone stay safe, man. Just be wise with your time, innit? Do something, be smart with your time. Try and learn something new, keep yourself occupied. And make sure you go for walks or runs and stuff. Don't just stay in your house, man. Get some fresh air.
Fresh air, you need
important. It's important. You'll drive yourself mad otherwise.
100.
We're gonna get through this.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think we'll all get through it. We just all have to follow certain things. Yeah. We all just have to take it in our stride, really, and try and maximize the time that you used to spend doing other things. Just maximize that time constructively. Yeah. Don't let it take you off track, take you off the rails, whether that's mental health, physical health, career-based. Just try and keep as close to the health and the routine you was following before all of this happened. That's really it. But man, listen, it's been a good chat.
Yeah.
It's been a good chat. It's been good to catch up with you. Obviously, we talk nearly every day anyway, even if it is a couple messages, but it's still good to see you lot's face and just have a proper conversation, you know what I mean?
Yeah, fully.
So shout out to the man. I'm gonna head out. It's the realest. Like and subscribe always.
Flying high, Kate, hero, niggas, actors, De Niro, love for hoes, showing zero, flow, cold, flow, sub-zero, flying high, Kate, hero, niggas,